My name is Deepesh Patel, editor at Trade Finance Global. Here we are in winter, in December, on the rooftop of a lovely hotel in London at the ITFA Christmas event. I'm delighted to be talking about the late payment regulation, and I'm joined by Silja Calac, board member at ITFA. Silja, hello and welcome.
Hi Deepesh, nice to be here.
Likewise, good to have you back on Trade Finance Talk. So, to start off with, the Late Payment Directive, which was initiated in 2011, what is it?
It's basically a directive which tells what are the payment terms companies can agree on, and mainly with a focus to protect small and medium-sized companies.
Sure. And very recently the European Union proposed the late payment regulation. Why do you think this was so, and what were the key changes? So
the focus the European Commission has here is to better protect the SMEs, because the regulation which is in place at the moment is leaves a lot of room for interpretation. So it's not very strict. And the European Commission wants to have a very clear, very strict rule, which is 30 days, not more, for everybody.
And can you go into some of the other details of the late payment regulation, such as the elimination of payment terms, the mandatory late payment interest, and also the redress mandates?
Yes, so the problem is, as I said, it shall be very strict, so it leaves no flexibility. It is one size fits all, and if you exceed by 1 day, this 30 days, then you will have to pay a 8% penalty, fine. So this is not ideal in a free economy. So the German Judicial Association has already complained about it, because it's against the free economic principles and the principles of free contract, making free contracts. And it is also what we fear at ITFA, it can be to the detriment of the small and medium-sized companies.
Absolutely. And I guess what's ITFA's view on the proposed late payment regulation? What advice are you giving to your members? Yeah, so of course we welcome an initiative to help small and medium-sized companies. It is very important that we close the gap of financing for this category. We only think the way of doing it with this one-size-fits-all directive, which does not leave any flexibility, this will backfire, because it will have unwanted consequences, such as, for instance, a very easy example: what do you do when an SME is the buyer? Yeah, we have studies done by the European Commission itself that over 50% of SMEs, when they pay, they have payment terms of over 60 days. So what do you do for these? Yeah, for them, they will need to get additional financing, which will be very expensive, because it cannot be based on the rating of the better rated buyer. Thank you very much, Silja. That was Silja Calac, board member at ITFA, talking about the proposed EU late payment regulation at the ITFA Christmas party. Thank you.